Hello? What the hell is this?
I'm asking myself the same question. Literally. No, this can't be happening. What are you doing here?
Well, I'll tell you that when you tell me where here is. Is cosplay? Oh, do you want a selfie, bro?
No,
I'm sorry.
I'm also the Flash.
You're also the what?
The Flash?
The Flash? The Flash?
It's complicated.
I like your outfit. It seems
Thinking
comfy.
yours is pretty cool.
Smooth.
Seems safe and
breathable. Found Barry Allen. No! What does that mean? How can this...
This should be impossible now.
It should be impossible now?
You don't know about the...
Oh my God, don't do this to me. I don't know about the what. You okay? I told Victor this was possible.
What does this mean?
Welcome back, everyone. It's Charlie. This is going to be my video all about the Crisis on Infinite Earths Ezra Miller scene and the Flashpoint movie, because there's a lot of stuff going on in here. Obviously, they're canonizing this to the Arrowverse, saying that all the Justice League movie characters exist in an alternate reality. But we just got a bunch of new details about the Flash movie, so we'll break it all down. If you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to get all the Easter egg videos. We're doing a Flash ring giveaway. We have two versions of the Flash here. They're going to introduce the Flash ring during the Flash movie. So all you have to do to enter is be a subscriber and leave your favorite moment from this crossover scene on the video. So they start this off by having that funny moment of Oliver Queen bopping Barry on the forehead, making him think that he has unlocked his potential, when really it's meant to be more of a pep talk. Barry is as powerful as he's always been, so he goes around the Speed Force collecting all the paragons in Oliver Queen's consciousness from important moments in their lives, because the Speed Force is this nexus of space-time where time moves very differently and you sort of create mental constructs of your own realities wherever you want to be. He takes a wrong turn and winds up running into the Ezra Miller Flash from Justice League inside a version of Star Labs, but it's filmed as if it's happening inside the Justice League movie universe of the DCEU. I talked about this on Twitter. Some of you may have noticed this. It's the only scene from any of the crossover episodes that's filmed in anamorphic movie ratio. So it's filmed as if it's happening inside a movie, the movie universe of the Justice League movie. The reason they did this is to imply that our Barry had traveled into a moment from the Ezra Miller Flash's life. So it's our Barry running into Ezra Miller, it's not Ezra Miller's Barry running into our Barry. So whatever was happening before this moment, Ezra Miller's Flash just happened to be inside the Speed Force, which is why he didn't get wiped, because at the end of their little crossover moment, he says, this shouldn't even be possible, because as he's fading out, Barry is trying to tell him about Crisis on Infinite Earths and the fact that the entire multiverse just got wiped by the antimatter wave. The Speed Force protects them all from being wiped because it exists outside of space-time. That's why all the Paragons survived the antimatter wave, because they were thrown into the Speed Force by Oliver out of the Vanishing Point. The funny thing about this, though, is that even though this is meant to be the movie version of Star Labs, it looks exactly like the TV show version of Star Labs. And obviously it should go without saying that when they do get to the Flash movie, his version of Star Labs will look different than this. But they had their funny introduction. Our Barry has met alternate versions of the Flash before and alternate versions of himself, but until now, they've all looked like him. That's the main reason why he's so confused, like, this shouldn't even be possible. What are you doing here? The second reason is because they're acknowledging the meta aspect of having the movie characters cross over with the TV characters, which usually is something that you say is never going to happen. Like, it's super, super rare to see that happen. In the case of, like, Clark Gregg in the Marvel Universe, he's one of the few people that's gone back and forth between the TV shows and the movies. Samuel L. Jackson did it, but so far they haven't really done that in a big way with the DC movie characters, at least the current ones right now. They also do this to shine a light on some of the drama that happened way back in 2014 when they first announced Ezra Miller. So there was a hot minute when they were airing the first episodes of the Flash TV show way back in 2014. Right around that same time they announced Ezra Miller as the movie Flash. Everyone felt really weird about it because we're like, wait a minute, we thought Grant Gustin was the Flash. Is he not going to be the movie Flash? And then eventually Ezra Miller and Grant Gustin both came out and said that they're total bros. They don't care about any of that drama stuff, so they don't have any kind of beef between the two of them. And Mark Guggenheim, the showrunner on Arrow and the lead writer on the Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover, revealed it was actually Warner Brothers movie studio people that asked the Arrowverse people to put Ezra Miller in the crossover, not the other way around. You think the TV show people will be the ones trying to get the movie characters. They did reach out to Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer, a bunch of other Batman movie actors, but the movie people called them and said, please find a spot for Ezra Miller. They'd already wrapped this episode, the Arrow episode, where they were like, hell yeah, we can find a spot for Ezra Miller. So they brought in a bunch of extra people on a separate day to film this scene and then tag it on after they'd already done the episode. The joke about Ezra Miller's Barry Allen not knowing that he's called the Flash is just because they never called him the Flash officially during the DC movies that he appeared in. Batman v Superman, Justice League, Suicide Squad. They'll give him the Flash name officially during the Flash movie, which they did confirm was going to be a version of Flashpoint. I'll explain what's going on with that in a second, because a lot of people have asked, wait a minute, does that mean that Grant Gustin is going to get to cross over into the Flashpoint movie now as some sort of cameo? Add to that they might not even premiere the Flashpoint movie until after the Flash TV show has ended its run. So keep in mind that it's still going to be a couple of years before we see the Flashpoint movie. They joke about each other's Flash suits. The joke about Ezra Miller's Flash suit is that it looks cool, but it's super uncomfortable to wear. It doesn't breathe well and it's a bit awkward to walk around in. That's why Ezra Miller's Flash says all those things about Grant Gustin's suit. Oh wow, it looks so comfy. In the joke obviously then about Grant Gustin's Flash costume is that it doesn't look nearly as cool as Ezra Miller's Flash suit. They will give Ezra Miller a new version of the Flash suit during the Flashpoint movie because I think the idea is if that movie's successful, they'll do sequels, and in each new movie, you typically give the hero a new version of a costume to sell way more toys. His new Flash suit will probably be a little less hardcore and a little more comic book accurate. The other reason why Ezra Miller's Flash is so confused and weirded out by this moment is because he hasn't learned about the existence of the multiverse and hasn't met alternate versions of himself yet. He has traveled through time though. They did have that time travel moment during Batman v Superman. They were going to pay that off during one of the Justice League sequels they had planned, but that was when Justice League was going to be a trilogy of movies. I've already done a couple videos about what the story of that trilogy was going to be. It was going to play out very similarly to Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame. The dialogue that he fades out on is, I told Victor this was possible, referencing Victor Stone, aka Cyborg, meaning that he and Cyborg at some point had a conversation about the possibility that there was a multiverse and he could theoretically meet alternate versions of himself. It also kind of makes me believe that they're going to have a Cyborg cameo during the Flashpoint movie, but this is them canonizing the movie characters to the Arrowverse multiverse, just saying that all that stuff, the Henry Cavill, Superman, Ben Affleck's Batman, all that stuff happened in an alternate universe somewhere. Getting to the Flashpoint movie stuff. So they're supposed to film that sometime next year, I believe, after Ezra Miller finishes making the next Fantastic Beasts movie. Even if you don't care about the Fantastic Beasts franchise, Warner Brothers cares more about it from a financial standpoint because the Harry Potter franchise has been more reliable for them than the DC movie franchise. Ezra Miller is playing a main character during those Fantastic Beasts movies. That's why they're doing that movie first, then they're doing the Flash movie. Warner Brothers has changed its overall strategy in how it connects each of the different movies, but the movies that are set in present day after the events of Justice League are mostly still loosely connected, but some will not reference the other movies in really big ways. Like the Aquaman movie only loosely referenced the events of Justice League, but you didn't have any really big Justice League crossover characters. The Flashpoint movie will probably have a few cameos, but they're not going to do the exact plot of comic book Flashpoint with all the Justice League characters like Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman. I am really hoping for a Ben Affleck Batman cameo of some kind, even a small one, because Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who played Thomas Wayne during Batman v Superman, recently said that it was time to put on a mask again, and said several times in the past that he would love to play Flashpoint Batman in a heartbeat. Right now, the director of the Flash movie is Andy Muschietti. He's the person that did both of the It movies. So I love that a horror director is doing the Flash movie, so maybe there'll be some good scares during the Flashpoint reality that Ezra Miller's Barry creates by saving his mother. They haven't announced who their movie version of the Reverse Flash is going to be. They probably won't cast him till next year, so I'll say Anthony Starr would be an amazing Reverse Flash. You all know him as Homelander from The Boys TV show. He plays a fantastic psychopath.
Gentlemen.
If the Flashpoint movie does real well, I think they'll probably go for a trilogy, and any big Justice League crossovers that they don't do in the first movie, they can always do in the sequels. So let me know in the comments, if the movie version of Flashpoint will be smaller, what do you want them to do with the sequels, and who do you want them to cast as Reverse Flash in the movies? There was a brand new Flash episode 10 trailer for the post-crisis universe. I'll do a video for that sometime in the next couple of days, but leave all your requests and big questions in the comments. Congratulations, Anthony Lockhart. You're the giveaway winner from my last big DC video. Please email me on the About page of my channel so I can get your details. Everyone, click here for my full Crisis on Infinite Earths videos, and click here for my new Spider-Man, Morbius trailer, and Sinister Six teaser. Thank you so much for watching. Everybody stay awesome. I'll see you guys tonight.